So I've just finished a 10 a.m. client. If you didn't know, here's a bit of a personality reveal. My day job is that I'm a sports massage therapist, but I'm quite a fluffy sports massage therapist, so it's not just getting kicked in the spine and elbows all over the place. I came from Swedish massage and then did a lot of clinical qualifications, but that's my job and I'm very happy with it. It keeps the lights on. And it got me thinking about practice in daily life, because we always think about meditating as sitting with smashed up knees on a bean cushion or something, but a lot of the practice I do isn't formal practice, it's just life practice. So what do I mean by life practice? Well, like I said, a lot of people think of it as sitting, kneeling, sort of the Zen image, and there is a lot of value in formal practice. There is, this ability to work with really, really subtle experiences, having special insights, and having like a dedicated time for your practice. But people start meditating because they want some benefit. They don't start meditating because they want to get good at meditating. And sometimes the effects of a seated practice aren't immediately felt during the day. It's still vital, still really, really good for you. It's still it's like brushing your teeth and wiping your ass. It's just something that is good maintenance, ongoing, and you can progress with it. But you just want some reward state sometimes. So if you only practice while seating, that leaves a lot of valuable time on the table, and you could be developing your skills of concentration, sensory clarity, and equanimity by having a continuation of mindfulness practice by doing it like all the time. And obviously that sounds easier said than done, but it's not all that difficult to do, see, hear, feel, and just, even without labels, just doing stuff, doing your boring day-to-day things, and really appreciate the sounds, the feel, the sights, and you can get some unique benefits from that. You just see benefits almost immediately on the spot, and you can relate it to specific issues such as procrastination and difficult conversations, eating. I'm never going to say it will miraculously get you to quit smoking, but, well, it kind of did for me. If you just mindfully become aware of the feeling in your body as that urge, as the craving comes in, and it will help you interrupt pattern behaviour, and it can deconstruct a lot of negative urges. So it gives you this choice, and I cringe at the word empowerment really, but it gives you this empowerment to selectively attend, to choose the pleasant experience, the fulfillment, and you never have to worry about wasting time ever again. Today I've done my whatever, done a little bit of work, I want a coffee. I'm a simple creature. So here's me just being quite dull and making a coffee in a very non-trained way. So even things like standing in line in a queue, stuck at the supermarket, stuck in traffic, making coffee, you never have to worry about wasting time. Anything can be productive. It can give you this sense of fulfillment by just feeling and kind of appreciating everything that's around you. And in Unified Mindfulness, we use the word appreciate not in a sense of gratitude, like, oh, I'm so glad this is happening. Appreciate is to be aware of the things that there are in reality, as opposed to, say, visualization or contriving something out of the blue. The appreciate quadrant is anything that you can see, hear, and feel, as we keep going on about. And you can kind of work smart in daily life. You can outsmart the busyness, the overwhelm, and you can practice strategically. You can kind of make a poop sandwich by having a difficult task that you're aware of and doing a bit of practice before, during, and after. And it's a really good way to increase your baseline of just fulfillment and mindfulness. It's basically what SSRIs promise to be, and I'm sorry if that's a controversial statement. So skills, the CCNE, the concentration, clarity, equanimity, can be developed through pretty much any experience. It doesn't matter if you're sat watching your breath or stood under an icy waterfall or, any experience, so long as you are mindful, skills can be developed seated or in motion. And knowing this offers like a structural procedural approach while also giving you free rein. Like, oh, I could do literally anything and call it meditation. And it's kind of true, so long as you're concentrated on it. So, the official definitions, especially from UM, would be that formal practice is any period longer than 10 minutes, and it can be stillness or in motion, you're fully focused on it, either sat on the bum cushion or doing activities like exercise, eating, driving. But then there's also micro hits where, you don't have to be fully monk zenned out all the time. A micro hit can just be like anything less than 10 minutes, even a few seconds, like red light. And if you pepper your day with 6 to 10 of these brief windows, giving it your full attention, you can even do spoken labels if your environment allows for that, literally saying see in, see out, feel, rest, whatever. And like I said a minute ago, bookending, making it something you do just before, just after a difficult thing. So we've had formal practice, micro hits, and then we have background practice, which is kind of what I'm doing here, just in the background, almost all the time, giving it like 20% focus on the technique, just mentally noticing bird song, touch of the grass, touch of the dog. I was hoping to really get some lovely footage of me playing with Zen Dog here, but she's just been a grumpy old, crotchety old lady. And, she's obviously camera shy, so you can split your attention between the task at hand, which obviously isn't very important here. No, I take that back. It is the most important thing I can do in my day, is fuss the dog. And you can find your attention on toggling back and forth, and that's fine. And over time you get used to it and you're able to split your attention. And it is challenging, it's easier said than done, and the rewards might not be palpable, but you get this quality over quantity. I've spent years just sitting cross-legged in Vipassana retreats, miserable. Like no practice is really being done, so you just sat there. So I strongly recommend it, just learning to click into place this practice in daily life all the time. You've got your formal practice, your micro hits, and your background. If you want any specific little videos about any subjects on, meditation, mindfulness, and how it actually is a real gem, not hocus pocus, let me know.